Today's video dedication is brought to you with thanks from Dan Kirch. Teysa Karlov versus Grist. Not sure if I've played against Grist before. Yeah, I have a pretty decent hand there, so we will certainly keep it. Turn 1 Soul Ring for us, it is a Mortician Beetle for our opponent. Okay, and there's a Toxic Deluge, so yeah, I'm not sure what I actually want to tutor for yet. Oftentimes if we throw out Teysa straight away, she just eats removal, but yeah, we'll get the removal out of their hand. They're going to point it at her either way. Okay, we're seeing some infecting Plague Stinger. Not hitting us with the Beetle for obvious reasons. Alright, a Worm Coil Engine, so I'm thinking we tutor up a means of a sack outlet here. Yeah, maybe tutor up a sack outlet and play out the Bastion of Remembrance this turn. Or we can just see what we draw into, can't we? Yeah, let's play out the Angel of Invention, get some tokens down. Because we might draw into a sack outlet and want to tutor for something else. We're setting up over the course of 2 or 3 turns here regardless. Make the servos with the Angel. And then it's +1/+1 on all of our creatures. Might as well swing in here even if we do get a minus counter. Then it is Grist coming into play. Sacrificing their Plague Stinger. So that puts a plus counter on the Beetle. And they decide to get the Flyer out of the way in Angel of Invention. Okay, getting into Anointed Procession at the wrong point. Yeah. So maybe just Bastion of Remembrance here then. Because we are going to go wide on the Grist. Play the Demonic Tutor as well. And we'll go for a sack outlet that isn't going to die to a board wipe preferably. Or maybe just a Skull Clamp would be a better idea actually. That's sort of a sack outlet and we've lost our Anthem now. So yeah, go for the Skull Clamp instead. Then we can swing 2 creatures in at Grist. Likely lose our token, but the commander goes down either way. So they do get rid of the servo. We get 2 triggers on the Bastion thanks to our commander, so drain them for 2. Obviously our tokens have lifelink and vigilance thanks to the commander as well. And they've clearly gone for an insect tribal deck, a Nantuko Elder. Okay, managing to get into a swamp. I was actually going to tutor up a Necropotence previously, but didn't have the black mana for it. We do now. So is our opponent going to wipe the board? I doubt it because they just played this. Worm Coil Engine they might point removal out if they get their commander out again. Yeah, we'll just go for the Worm Coil, give them a hard time. Either way, we've got the Skull Clamp online next turn unless they wipe the board, which I don't think they're going to do. So swinging at them again, we've got 4 toughness on the Teysa, so no worries there. Might as well hit them for 2. And there is a Massacre Girl, so turns out that they did have a board wipe annoyingly. Should have gone for the Skull Clamp. Our commander can go back into the command zone, draining them for a hell of a lot here at least. The Worm Coil Engine not going to get the double tokens from that, unfortunately, because Teysa has gone down beforehand. They go down to 25, we go up to 50 at least. Okay, and there we get into a sack outlet, so that switches back on the Skull Clamp at least. Maybe we just get down the Teysa again, because Skull Clamp does work with Teysa. We'll actually pay 1, sacrifice the creature and draw 4 with that. So we can swing in with the Death Touching Worm. That has lifelink and vigilance as well. Okay, and they do decide to block there, that's fine. Unless they decide to reanimate at some point. So gaining 3 life to combat and then a couple more to the Bastion of Remembrance. I'm hoping our opponent is just treading water here. Seeing the Grist back into play again, they do not have a creature to sacrifice. And we've got a hasty sack outlet coming into play this turn, so should be able to get rid of their commander. Another means of white and black mana for us. Play the Henny with haste. So we hit them for 4 damage either way, so no need to buff with the Skull Clamp. And then as much as I want to set up with the Anointed Procession, we actually don't have a token generator here anyway, so going to put the Skull Clamp on the Phyrexian Worm, and yeah, I don't see we're going to get into anything too crazy for only 2 mana to cast, so I'll hold up the activation on the Henny because that does make your Henny indestructible, and we might need to make use of that. Yeah, and our opponent decides to scoop there. It might be a more casual deck, but they were doing pretty well against us regardless. It's just that once we've got the sack outlet and Skull Clamp online, they obviously don't fancy their odds. these are the cards we were drawing into on the first Skull Clamp. If we got a second Skull Clamp off, it would have been these. There was obviously a draw step in there as well, so yeah, nothing insane, but we would have had a decent chance of getting away from our opponent there. Getting another game in now, up against Riku this time. I can't remember who the player was that did infinite turns, but hopefully it's not that again. A one-lander is no good. Okay, back into fast mana. A bunch of enabling cards, but no means of any creature production, unfortunately. No good reason to get rid of it, though. And let's bin the Dictate. We are on the draw here at least, so we've got a means of getting closer to some more stuff. Austere Command, not great. And our opponent's clearly just drawn into a Sol Ring this turn. So playing the Sol Ring, then foretelling a card, so have to keep an eye on that one. I'm just going to assume that this is a Saw It Coming. Okay, Yahenni is a sack outlet, which is worth having in play, so I'll get out the Anointed Procession here. We can always replay Teysa if they counter it. Ranger's Path, getting some more forests into play. Okay, Bloodghast, so yeah, that's really in here for the Skull Clamp. I think we can get down the Teysa now. I mean, once we've got Bloodghast down, we can always go for Plumb the Forbidden, draw a couple of cards with that. It's not great, but Solemn Simulacrum, holding up 2 mana, which is what the Saw It Coming is going to cost, if that's what it is. Yeah, wondering if I should have gone for the Bloodghast and Yahenni last turn, actually. Oh, alright, a Ashnod's Altar, so another sack outlet. Don't mind the Yahenni being blocked as much now, or countered even. So let's go Bloodghast. That lands, we'll try the Yahenni. They are holding up priority. Okay, allowing that in play as well. Alright, it was Behold the Multiverse, so luckily playing into the counter magic didn't punish us there. Get a Scry 2, draw 2. Swing into the Solemn Simulacrum, deciding to block on the Yahenni, forcing us to sacrifice the Bloodghast, making it indestructible. They get a card draw from the Solemn, and we will get a couple of plus counters on the Yahenni thanks to the Teysa Karlov, and that is because of the Solemn dying. Explore, draw a card, play another land, followed by a Sylvan Library. I am playing in the multiplayer room here with the multiplayer rules and ban list, but you can choose to play against just one player, hence the reason Sylvan Library is unbanned. Playing the regular 1v1 room, then Sylvan Library is banned there. Okay, something good please. A Plains, not great. Does bring back the Bloodghast for us though. So might have to just sacrifice the Bloodghast to Plumb the Forbidden. Might do that this turn actually. Although if they've got counter magic, I'd rather they countered on their own turn. So they've got 7 cards in hand at the moment, 31 life, Sylvan Library on the stack. And they go up to 9 cards, down to 23 life, a Strip Mine. And Strip Mining the Urborg straight away. Not particularly bothered about that, apart from the fact that we go down a land, obviously. Don't seem to be able to draw lands in this deck for whatever reason. A Brainstorm, draws them 3, puts 2 cards back on top. Yeah, it might be that same deck against that same player. Temporal Manipulation, an extra turn card, so what the last player did was just keep fishing this out of the library and just keep going for the Temporal Manipulation over and over and over again, which is incredibly boring. If they do it again here, then I'm just going to have to ban them because I can't keep playing games like this. It's a total waste of time. Yeah, it's the same player. They did this last time, so that's Cataract Leviathan, bouncing everything back to hand. So I think we have to try and go for a Swords or something and try and get rid of this thing before they start copying it. So we're sacrificing 3 creatures. Teysa goes back into the command zone. We probably already lost here, but we'll try our best to actually do something about infinite turns and infinite bounces. Okay, drawing into the Skull Clamp, which would have been good with the... oh, that's annoying. Tragic Slip. We didn't... Yeah, we weren't able to hold up the black mana, so the Urborg going down was actually relevant because we could have gone Tragic Slip onto the Cataract. Oh well. That's what happens when it's turn 7 and you only got into 4 lands. Alright, well, they didn't go infinite at least, and we did get into another land, so let's go for the Command Tower, say yes to Bloodghast, get out the Sol Ring, play at the Skull Clamp. Like to have got out Monastery Mentor first, but we don't have the mana for it, unfortunately. Bloodghast can get killed off for some more card draw. Gets us into another land and a sack outlet, another one. So that's Tragic Slip onto that. And then, yeah, probably Lightning Greaves in case we want to get down the Teysa again. Sol Ring for our opponent, followed by a Llanowar Visionary. And holding up 4 mana, that was a pretty quick turn for them. Athreos, yeah, I suppose Athreos is okay. Throw out the Plains for the Bloodghast again. Throw down the Monastery Mentor, which is going to make us monk tokens every time we play a non-creature spell. They're holding up priority with 7 cards in hand, so I'm guessing that there is some kind of counter magic here that they can go for. Yep, that is a Cryptic Command, returning our land to hand, so we'll float black mana. We know we've got a land to make for next turn, so yeah, I'll just go for white mana into getting rid of the Bloodghast with the Skull Clamp again. And clearing some more lands off the top. So let's just get down the Ashnod's Altar. That's a good combo piece, and our opponents are shields down at the minute. Okay, it's a Tooth and Nail, so probably a 2-card or a 1-card combo here, as I call it, with Tooth and Nail. People always correct me on that. They say, oh, it's a 2-card combo. Well, it's not, is it? Because you play 1 card and get a combo. You've got 2-card combos in your 99-card deck, but you just fish them out with 1. Alright, so they got the Teysa out as well as the Agent of Treachery, so they steal away our command tower, flicker the Agent of Treachery, steal away the Sol Ring, so yeah, this player seems to like winning incredibly slowly, apparently. We don't have Austere Command available to us, unfortunately, thanks to that Sol Ring going down. So Bloodghast into play once again, say yes to getting that out. See if we can actually grab anything with the Bloodghast. Nope, apparently not, just another sack outlet. I haven't played this deck in a while, I think I need to make a few changes. I'm not really liking the Athreos or the Anointed Procession, surprisingly. I think with the Commander being 4 mana, a 4 mana enchantment isn't necessarily what you want to be getting into, and it's not massively heavy on tokens, so yeah, replacing them for some more interactions probably the way to go. Let's just go for Athreos for the fun of it. Playing a stunt double onto the Agent of Treachery and stealing away the Athreos this time. Swinging back in at us. And then that was a Hull Breach. They destroyed our Skull Clamp. Then down comes Riku of 2 Reflections. I mean, I pretty much get how the deck goes here. They're So Riku comes in. Yeah, and we pretty much get what's going on here, don't we? Agent of Treachery is just going to keep us from ever doing anything. So, yeah. We'll hand it to them, they have won this one. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Got some tweaks to make to Teysa Karlov, but I doubt many of you are going to watch this video anyway, so I don't know how much effort I'll put into that. Anyway, hopefully you all enjoyed the video regardless. I'm tribalkai. Thank you for watching.